everybody, yes, and welcome back to the shed. I've gone missing for a little while, but all will be explained. Probably going to be a shorter enough video. I just want to explain a few bits, where I am, what's going on with the car, and what's been happening. So essentially, since the last video, nothing has happened, right? The car is still in the same spot. The only thing that's slightly different is that I bought a very cool front lip for the car, which will eventually go on at some stage. But just to update everyone, I suppose one of the final bits that we had seen was me fitting the battery relocation kit into the boot for the Starlet, and we've ran up and kind of ready to go here, waiting just for my wiring loom. So that's where the story gets slightly interesting. The wiring loom is finished. EP Wiring has all of his few jobs done to it, was happy, sent it back to me. But then of course Irish Customs got their hands on the package, so the package, or the material I suppose, or the wiring loom was mine, which I sent over to EP Wiring. He did all of his works on it and then just sent me back my own wiring loom, but that had been repaired. We still decided to put a value on it. We still decided to insure that package. So I actually paid Customs for my own package to come back into Ireland just to make sure that everything was fine, and they seized it. So no idea how long it's going to take. They have asked me for every bit of information. They want a receipt from the main dealer to say that I had bought a car that had a wiring loom and that the wiring loom will have been mine, which obviously won't exist, won't happen. It's a 1994 second-hand, purchase Starlet. They wanted a receipt from when I had sent the package over, and by just some freak chance I did actually have a receipt. That package was sent on the 3rd of January or something like that, or the 8th of January 2023. I had a receipt to say that I had sent the package over. That wasn't good enough then. They wanted this SAD report, and obviously the On Post told me they don't have the report because the package was sent over a year ago. So as of right now I have no idea if I'm going to get the package back, which is my wiring loom. When I'm going to get it back, nothing. Have emailed 3 or 4 times looking for an update, no response whatsoever, which is a balls. Like, it's just no other way of saying it. It's just a pain in the balls, and it's a disaster. After all the work that EP Wiring has done to it, I might never even see the wiring loom back. But I'd just rather know. I'd rather them say, actually, we're never going to give it back to you, and then we can start making a plan around that. So that's why the project is kind of stopped. That's why it's not the only reason, though, mind. But yeah, it's a tough one. But there's nothing that we can do about it. We just have to sit and be at the mercy of Irish Revenue. But on a lighter note, and probably given by the thumbnail and the picture, you'll have seen that I do have an update. I have something positive that is after coming up, and it's one of the goals that we had set for myself or for the channel for this year, for 2024. So I need to leave this shed and show you something that I'm after doing that, yeah, I'm just going to go and show you because I'm excited about it. So I'll pick you up in the next bit of video. So as some of you may or may not remember, in January of this year I posted a video, I suppose laying out a couple of goals that I had for myself and for the channel, kind of all like channel or project car, I suppose, orientated. We have achieved one of the probably biggest ones on the list. I think probably one of the biggest ones on the list anyway. And yeah, that's probably part of the reason why I haven't been posting videos over the last while, because we've been very busy trying to get, I suppose, everything finalised. But yeah, I suppose without any further delays, I'd like to introduce you to my new shed. I'll give you a little walk around. It's fairly basic. It's a fairly basic shed for right now, but we're going to make it really, really nice. Yeah, it's wrecked at the minute because with the purchasing of this shed, we own this shed. I own this shed. It's not rented. It's an older kind of a shed, but it's absolutely perfect. And I think most Irish lads, this is kind of nearly a dream to have in your back garden. So obviously with the shed, a house came with the deal. So that's where I have been for the last couple of months. So that's why there's been no videos, and I suppose bar the little issue with the wire and loom and Irish Customs, that's what's been holding it up. Is all my time has been devoted into this, and obviously working and everything else. But yeah, this is the shed. So one big roller door, smaller little door into the end of it, but yeah, it's pretty cool. Eventually all of these building materials and all this stuff will be gone, but for now it's just storage for what works we're doing in the house. I suppose the plan is obviously get all this stuff out of it first, clean everything up and get it set up the way we want. There's a cool little loft up there that I'll show you now in a minute. And yeah, there's kind of a bit of a bench set up at the back here already. My plan is to get the oil tank, move it up onto the bench and get back that little bit of floor space there. There's kind of kennels in this corner here. The previous owners had dogs in here. I won't be putting dogs in here, so the plan is to blow out all of these kennels and gain back that bit of space. And then another little area inside here, so huge. The wiring is kind of not where I would like it to be, but we'll get there eventually. We'll add more lights and we'll get this place properly set up. And then just a little door out the back into kind of another caged area there. So yeah, it's pretty cool. It's what I've always dreamed of kind of having, and to be able to say that this is mine and to kind of have an idea in my head as to what I want to do with it is pretty cool. So yeah, this is kind of going to be the new home of the GT, of the channel, of everything. Everything is going to be filmed in here, and time wise I don't know. We need to finish the house. We're close. We've done a nice bit of work to it, myself and my wife, and this is going to be our house. This is going to be where our kids are going to be, and this is where we'll be based. So we put in new windows, and you're not interested in what's going on inside in the house anyway. This is what you're interested in. So very rough plan of what I'm thinking is, as we said, move the oil tank, free up all of this floor space here, have all of this area as kind of the open area where you could park cars and you could have a bit of workspace there. The plan eventually is that there might be a 2-post lift here. I'd love to hear what you think about the positioning. Maybe the 2-post lift should go in here. I'd have to measure it out and see. What I wouldn't like to do is put a lift in here that might intervene with some of the space over this way, but maybe if we get rid of that bench there, I'd love to hear what you think about it, or where you think it should be positioned. In the back section of the shed, what I'm thinking is, obviously they'll be gone, so I think in here should be like the workbench kind of space where I have my couple of cabinets, toolboxes, the blasting units, storage, all of that kind of stuff set up there. And then if we go up these treacherous stairs, there's a bit of a loft up here. Used to be, I think, kind of a home gym kind of a thing, but yeah, look, it's not probably fully watertight or whatever, but it's a nice little space to have above here. Again, might be for storage. I was also thinking if I could get it a bit more kind of watertight and sealed up or whatever, that it might be a cool place for an office or editing videos or whatever. You could kind of do whatever you want inside here. But yeah, I'm so happy with this. I can't wait to, I suppose, have the house finished in one way and then be able to refocus my attempts or my efforts in here to get this up to scratch. And it's just dirty and just needs a bit of a clean and a bit of a reorganize, which is what I love doing. So I can't wait to get stuck into that. And then you kind of have a bird's eye view of the shed. So yeah, like there's things that we can do that'll have, I suppose, minor enough kind of costs, but the plan is to, when the house is finished, I'll take everything out of the shed. I'm going to power wash everything. The walls are going to go white. I'm going to paint the floor with this kind of epoxy paint, which I actually have in the shed at home that you'd be used to seeing. That'll bring a nice amount of light in there. Speaking of the lights, that's the only light for the main kind of open bay, and then there's this one here that doesn't work and looks like it's about to fall down. But yeah, I'm going to put in new lights, freshen all the paint up, wash the whole place out. We'll have to put a banisters on this stairs here just so that nobody dies a horrific death when coming up or down it. And yeah, that's it. I just wanted to, I suppose, put a bit of a video together, explain where I have been and that I haven't just been doing nothing. We're kind of still working on it. We're trying to get everything lined up and get this place ready to go too. So let me know what you think of the shed. I think it's sick. I think that this is the most perfect Irish lad shed that you could ever have. Like there's space here if I wanted to store cars for any of my friends, if they wanted to come up and do anything on their cars. There's any amount of room there now, so I have no more complaints that way. And has some nice views too. The views are pretty nice out the back as well. Very strange, there's like this huge orange thing in the Irish sky today. I think it's called the sun, but it's nice. So yeah, I can't wait to start putting some videos together of actually cleaning this place out and washing it and getting it all ready, and it'll be class. So the time between the videos will probably be split up between getting this shed ready, getting the car and all my gear eventually up here. I don't want to rush it. I don't want to start moving all my stuff up and then have to be moving it around for paint and this and that. So we're going to take our time, we're going to do it right, but we're going to have a really cool little setup once everything is done here. It's going to take probably years to get it the way I have it in my head, which is fine. I'll bring all of you along with it and we can see what you think. So yeah, again, sorry for the late post, sorry for, I suppose, the lack of updates, but we have been exceptionally busy over the last couple of months getting everything ready to go. So let me know what you guys think of the shed. I hope you're as buzzed for it as I am. And yeah, let me know what you think in terms of layout, colour schemes, lights. What kind of lights should I get? Where should I position the lift? Let me know everything. I want to know what you think. So I'm going to leave the video down here. I might even start cleaning up the shed a little bit, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Bye bye.